If you know me, you know my specialty is a Mai Tai. I make an incredible Mai Tai, and today is National Mai Tai Day, so what better than to make one? I'm going to show you 3 ways to make an incredible Mai Tai. One, we're going to just do a bare minimum Mai Tai, a mid-grade Mai Tai, and I'll show you a fancy Mai Tai. First, we're going to start off with a bare minimum Mai Tai. You need 3 ingredients for this: rum, orgeat, and pineapple juice. That's it. If you're staying in a hotel room or something easy on vacation, you don't really need to shake this up. You can just build it right in the glass, the plastic cup, whatever you have. But because I have my shaker, we're gonna add some ice to it, take our rum, and we're gonna use 2 ounces of our white rum. You can use Bacardi or whatever white rum you have, it'll all work fine. So you have 2 ounces of that, or you can just eyeball it. It's all good. Next, we're gonna do about 1 ounce of pineapple juice. We'll use the little can, and don't forget, if you have a little can, always shake it up before you pour, because it always separates. You don't want that in your Mai Tai. Okay, so you wanna do about 1 ounce of that. See how it's coming out yellow? That's what you want. You don't want the white, the clear liquid coming out. Next, find an almond syrup called orgeat. This is basically just almonds and sugar. It's what's gonna make your Mai Tai taste like a Mai Tai. So we wanna do about 1 ounce of that as well. Just throw it in there. Just shake it up really quick. Use whatever glass you have. Just throw it in there. If you have a little lime wedge, squeeze it in there. If not, it's still good. Cheers. It's good. It's nice. It's a little on the sweet side, but obviously you can play around, make it stronger or sweeter, however you prefer. That's gonna be your bare minimum Mai Tai. Next, we have our mid-grade Mai Tai coming up. So, same thing. You don't have to shake this. I do. You can build it in the glass. Get your favorite tiki glass, and let's go. The difference between the bare minimum Mai Tai and the mid-grade Mai Tai is we're gonna add my favorite Jamaican rum and some triple sec, as well as we're actually gonna put a full lime in there too to kind of balance out the sweetness. All right, so once again, we're gonna start off with our white rum. I do like Bacardi, but you can use whatever white rum that you like. We're only gonna do about 1.5 ounces of this one. We're gonna do 2 ounces of our pineapple juice. Like I said, don't forget to shake it before you open it up. Next, we're gonna use our orgeat again. I do like this Torani brand. There's a couple brands I don't like. You can always go higher end, or you can make your own orgeat too. If you have a lot of almonds and sugar and water at home, you can do that too. But we're gonna do about 1 ounce of orgeat in the cocktail. All right, let's use a 1/2 ounce of triple sec. You can just, just use whatever cheap triple sec that you have at home. That'll work. Now we're gonna squeeze a whole lime into our Mai Tai. So just straight up cut it in half. I like to use a citrus press. Obviously you can squeeze it by hand. Like I said, you don't have to shake this if you don't want to. You can literally just build it in a big glass if you have it. But I like to shake it so that the ice breaks up a little bit, so that it's a little bit more of crushed ice. Because in tiki drinks, you usually have crushed ice. Let's shake it. If you watched my videos before, I've given you tips on how to make sure you can always get the tin off. So if you don't remember, what you want to do is when you have your shaker tin looking like this, you have this flat part here. Put pressure on there with your thumb, go to a 45-degree angle, give it a little hit, and it'll pop off every time. Now, like I said, we can shake and just dump it into the glass because we've shaken the ice. Sometimes you want to do fresh ice, but because we do like a more crushed ice feel for this tiki drink, we can just shake and dump. Now, after we shake and dump, you want the Mai Tai to be layered. So we're gonna top it with our dark Jamaican rum. I like this better than Myers and some other dark rum. So do about 1 ounce in there and don't spill it everywhere like I did. We'll top a little bit more. Put your favorite garnish on there and cheers. Mid-grade Mai Tai. Ooh, this one's a lot stronger, but I like it this way. Like I said, you can always mix and match a little bit. Honestly, I usually eyeball my Mai Tais. I stir them up and then I see what I like best. Next, we have the fancy Big Kahuna Mai Tai. Once again, ice in the shaker. So we're always gonna start with our base of white rum. So 1.5 ounces of white rum. I'm still using Bacardi. 2 ounces of pineapple juice. use 1.5 ounces of our orgeat, almost 2 ounces in this one. Fancy Grand Marnier, it's the best. Just do 3/4 ounce Grand Marnier, 1/2 ounce Velvet Falernum. This is also tiki inspired type of liqueur. You can always swap this out for amaretto, di serrano, whatever kind of almond based liqueur as well, that works. Add a whole lime to it, has to be freshly squeezed lime. We also want to add a whole orange. So I'll squeeze the lime. What I had at home was the little mandarin oranges, that'll work too. Also, if you have a lemon hanging around, you can squeeze that as well. Just do 1/2 a lemon though. This will also help bring out the flavors of the Grand Marnier. We're gonna shake that up. Get our fancy glass. I'm gonna add a little bit more ice. Save some room because we still got to do our float, so we'll do another ounce of the Jamaican dark rum. I still really love the Jamaican for the high end as well, but you can use whatever else dark rum you like. I have some Polynesian Bitters. This one's really fun and spicy, and it'll go on top. So you can add these if you have a different Jamaican bitters, you can do that. If you have regular Angostura bitters, that'll work. If you don't have bitters at all though, it's not the end of the world. Next, we have to use our good Luxardo cherries. Uh-oh. It's so efficient. Okay. I'm using my shrunken head. Drop that. Skewer a couple of cherries and then let some of that cherry juice drip in the drink. Give it a little stir and lay it right on top. Add a squeeze of lemon for the garnish. You got yourself a fancy Mai Tai. Cheers to the good life. Oh yeah. Now, when you go to a bar and you've learned how to make incredible Mai Tais, trust me when I say it's really hard to find a good Mai Tai when you go out. If you go to a tiki bar though, you'll be able to find a really nice Mai Tai. If you just go to a basic bar, sometimes the bartender won't know exactly how to make the right Mai Tai, or sometimes they won't have orgeat, which is the almond flavored syrup. They might have di serrano, which will work, but you really do need the orgeat. So the difference between a Mai Tai and any other tiki drink though is going to be the almond flavor, okay? So if you like almond, that's what's really going to separate a Mai Tai from any other tiki style drinks that taste like coconut or pineapple, any other kind of passion fruit, rum flavored cocktails. The difference between a Mai Tai and a different drink is going to be the almond flavor. So that's going to be the main component in any Mai Tai that you order. It will always taste like almond.